Good evening, this is Mr. Donald of Dutchridge. I just want to use this opportunity or medium to talk about the security of materials in the customer site. Most times when materials leave the company and goes to the site, not all the time that the customer uses the material immediately. Sometimes they have to keep the material on site for like a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, depending on if he is ready to install it. You get, in a situation whereby the material is not installed instantly, that means the material has to be kept on site, right? Now, keeping this material on site is a whole total different ball game, because everybody knows that stone coated roofing sheet is expensive. Everybody knows that this type of roof is expensive. This is not just like a normal zinc or asbestos roof. This is stone coated roofing sheet. Every Tom, Dick and Harry knows that these roof tiles are expensive. So when you are buying something that you know that is expensive, you need to also factor in the security of the material in your site, because most times if customers recount the material on their site and discover that it's not complete, the first person they call is me. Yes, I'm always the first person they call. They call the company straight. I'm like, Mr. Donald, the material supplied to me is not complete. Sorry, it was completed as of when it left the company. It was completed as of when it was offloaded on your site. And 2 months later, it's no more complete. And then the first person you're coming to is me. How? How is that me? The biggest threat to the security of your material are your people. Sincerely speaking, I'm not a person that fears anybody. I'm a bluntly truthful person. I'm bluntly truthful. Before you start calling the roofing company, call your engineers first. You guys see most of these engineers as being holy. Angel Gabriel falling off from heaven. These guys are not holy. These are human beings like you that have their own needs. You get? Sometimes they take materials from site. I'm sorry to say, a whole lot of engineers take material from site. Any engineer that doesn't like this should come and meet me. I will still tell him the same thing. The engineers take material from site. Site supervisors take material from site. Your brothers and your sisters in your site take materials from you, your cousins, even your gateman. Gatemen steal materials. The person you put in that material in custody of in your site can still steal the material, and that will be the first person to tell you that a material company supply no complete. Who does that? See, when a company supplies you things like roofing sheets, tiles, all these things that come in little pieces, on arrival on your site, the first thing you do as somebody who paid millions of naira to buy roofing tiles is to count what was supplied to you. You see, at that point when the material is offloaded from the vehicle, you count it. If you count it as of when it's offloaded, if it's not complete, call me, because I know it's just coming out from the vehicle. So if it's not complete, the first thing I do is I tell the driver, recount it. And if the driver recounts it and it's not complete, then we know that we are responsible, and we either refund or resupply the remaining. Most times you get difference of maybe 1 square meter, 1.5 square meters, at most 2 square meters, because of human error. Humans are the ones that load this thing. I'm not saying that we are perfect, but sometimes there's what they call human error. Sometimes it happens, but we usually get like 1 square meter shorten, or sometimes even 1 square meter excess. I've seen a customer counted it and we had like 2 square meters excess. You understand? So this is how it usually goes. But if after offloading you didn't count your material, and then 2 weeks later, 1 month later, 2 months later, 3 months, you not call me and tell me the material is not complete, like, for fuck's sake, how am I supposed to even reason that? How am I supposed to phantom that? I don't know. Secure your property. Secure your roofing tiles. Once your material gets to your site, for those of you that your sites are not secured, your sites don't have fence with gates, make sure that you drop somebody that will look out for the material, because anybody that takes 2 pieces of your roof tile, you know what that shit is. Even as small as Aburu, once they see you carrying roofing sheet, you see all of them come out and they start charging you higher, because they all know that it is expensive. People steal roofing sheet from sites. People steal roofing sheet from site. Not every time you recount your material on site and it's not complete, you now call me. Now, no, don't call me. Call me when it's just offloaded and it's not complete. But if it stays there even as much as 24 hours to the next day, I am no more responsible for it. It is not in my custody again, so you don't blame me if it is not complete. This is just an observation. If you buy roofing sheet from a company, count it on delivery to make sure that it is complete. And if it is not complete, you get back to the company. Once it stays 24 hours and above, I am no more responsible if the material is complete or not. So I say, let me just do a video so that any customer that is buying from me will know this. Your engineers, you guys trust your engineers so much, trust your brothers and sisters in the site, trust your cousins so much. Like, these people are humans like you. They are not to be trusted. They steal. I've witnessed a situation where a father took 10 square meters from his son's roof that he bought from me. A dad took 10 square meters from his son's roof that he bought from me. Okay, now, if the man didn't let her come out, because when they were looking for that roof, he was not there. You understand? He gave it to iron people to sell. Iron people, he gave brand new roof to iron people to sell. And he sold it and said he needed money. And I was the one that was being called. See, the man came out and just said, sorry, that he didn't even know it's that expensive, or that he gave some to somebody to say that he needed money. You see that kind of scenario? That's a dad. These people you trust so much are not as trustworthy as you think. Count your materials on delivery. That is my point. Count your materials on delivery. And if it stays till even as much as the next day, the next following day, I am no more responsible. Period. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Malinga Sonto.